Today we'll be doing the genealogy of the great and legendary José Chacha Jiménez. Chacha Jiménez was born in 1948 in Caguas, Puerto Rico, and he died recently, January 10, 2025. He was a Puerto Rican-American political activist and founder of the Young Lords. That's why I always say pa'lante at the end of the videos. That's a Young Lords term. A little bit about him. He moved to Chicago as a child. Actually, he moved to Boston first. Then he moved to Chicago, and we all know Chicago's a rough city. He started a street gang, and as he got older, the street gang, in quotes, evolved into a political organization known as the Young Lords Political Party. Kind of piggybacking off the Black Panther Party. Chacha was born in Caguas, Puerto Rico, to Eugenia Rodriguez Flores and Antonio Jimenez Rodriguez. And with that being said, let's get into his genealogy. The first record I was able to find is the 1950 U.S. Census. You see the family right here. This is in Caguas, Puerto Rico. And you see Jose right here. His mother, Eugenia, you see right here, Eugenia Rodriguez de Jimenez, right? That means that she's married to somebody, to a Jimenez. And this is her father. So he is the nieto. Chacha is the grandson. His grandfather is the head of household. And his mother is living with her father. I believe at this time, his father, Antonio, was already in the United States, trying to bring the family over there, because soon after they would immigrate to Boston. We'll start with the father's line. His father died in 1973 in Caguas. Obviously he went back. Antonio Jimenez Rodriguez. It says right here that he was white. His wife, Eugenia Rodriguez, is right here. They were still married. That means she was still alive. His father, Gregory in English, Gregorio Jimenez, and Justina Rodriguez are listed here. This is the marriage of his parents, Gregorio Jimenez Igarre and Justina Rodriguez Martinez. They married in 1919 in Caguas. And you see right here, Gregorio Jimenez, the legitimate son of Miguel Jimenez and Cristina Garay Blancos. All right, let's pay attention to that. And Justina Rodriguez, the legitimate daughter of Marcelo Rodriguez and Ramona Montañez. He deceased. He's deceased. She's a widow. And they are mestiza, which is a racial classification, usually meaning Spanish and Indio, which in Puerto Rico would mean Taíno. So already we're seeing a mixed race, which is Puerto Ricans. That's what we are. Okay, we got Miguel Jimenez. This looks like a marriage record in 1891. Make sure. Yeah, in 1891. You see Miguel Jimenez and Cristina Garay. Miguel is 21 years old, born in Caguas. Hijo natural means his parents were not married. And his mother is Narcisa. They put the mother where the father belongs. Narcisa Jimenez. And this is his wife, who he's marrying. Justina Garay. And she is also, it looks like 24. She's from Caguas, the legitimate daughter of Juan Garay and Francesca. That's hard for me to see right now. I will tell you in 1 second. Oh, Fonseca. Tomasa Fonseca. Okay, so Miguel. Let's see, did they say a race for him? No, I don't see a race. But this is his mother, Narcisa, in 1872. And this is a slave schedule. And you see Narcisa Jiménez in Caguas, born in Puerto Rico, the daughter of Agustina Jiménez. And this is her children, including Miguel. So, and she is the slave of Braulio Jiménez. She's 22 years old, mulata, so she's mixed race, Spanish and black. And I believe I have her death record here. She dies the same year in 1872 in Caguas. Narcisa Jiménez Soltera means she's unmarried. And right here it says she was a slave of 22 years old. Down here, Narcisa Jiménez, single, unmarried. And also her mother was unmarried. I'm guessing she was black or African, and the father, who was unmentioned, may have been Spanish. 22 years old. She's the slave of Avelino Saure, S-A-U-R-E, it looks like. Saure. Then we have her mother, Agustina. This is 1872, and Manuel Sostre. Wait a minute, is that the same guy? No. So the mother, Agustina, married after the birth of her daughter. So this is probably not going to be the father. Definitely not on a record, but it could be the father. But he is the widow of Sebastiana Rodriguez, legitimate son of Miguel Sostre and Ramona Garcia. And Agustina Jimenez is the natural daughter, means her parents were not married again. So it's, what, 3 generations of unmarried? Of Isabel Jimenez. She was born in Loíza, which is closer to San Juan than Caguas is. And this is her death record, Agustina Jimenez. And you see right here, she's a widow, and her race is mulata. And right here, she is the daughter of Isabel Jimenez right here. And so that's as far as we got. After Isabella checked in Loíza for baptisms, marriage, slave schedules, and I could not find. I did find a bunch of Jimenez in Loíza, slave owners and slaves, but I did not find Isabel. Let's get back down here. We're going to do his mother's side, Eugenia Rodriguez. You have her in 1940. And we already saw her in 1950 living with her son and her father. And her mother must have died in between. So Eugenia's right here. See, they're all listed as blancos or white. The father, Juan Rodriguez Cos. Cos is a fairly common, or I wouldn't say common, but it is a well-known last name and family. And his wife is Victoria Flores de Rodriguez, right? Rodriguez means she's married to a Rodriguez. And he's a farmer. So we got Juan Rodriguez Cos and Victoria Flores. We have, I believe this is going to be his death record. Juan Rodriguez Cos, sometimes spelled with 1 S, sometimes 2 S, sometimes with a Z. He is Blanco, the widower of Victoria Flores. Says he was born in 1886. and he is a carpenter. And he is the son of Juan Rodriguez Rodriguez and Inés Cos. And that's all we have here. (1887). This is his birth record. I put both because his mother's record doesn't mention her parents, but his baptism does, right? So in 1887, January, in San Lorenzo, Juan Nemesio, legitimate son of Juan Rodriguez and Inés Cos, and paternal grandparents is Aguelino and Catalina Rodriguez. They're both Rodriguez. And on the maternal line, Manuel Cos and looks like Felipa Martinez. And so Juan Rodriguez and Inés Cos, this is her death record. And Inés Cos Martinez, she dies in 1913 in San Lorenzo. This is her husband, Juan Rodriguez Rodriguez. He's the declarante, or the informant, given the information. Inés Cos Martinez, she is 51 years old. And the time of death, she's married to the declarante, Juan Rodriguez. And this is their children, including Juan. But you see, it doesn't mention her parents, but luckily the baptism of her son did. And we know that they are Manuel Cos and Felipa Martinez. Now, I have the marriage record of these two, but I think Family Search, which has the records, I think it was hacked, because a lot of the records are not available anymore, but I had this already. So this is going to be their other child, and he was baptized in 1872. Juan Contalicio, and it mentions the parents and the grandparents. So he is the legitimate son of Don Manuel Cos and Doña Felicita Martinez. Paternal grandparents, Don Juan José Cos and Doña Paula Muñoz. And on the maternal line, Don Jacinto Martinez and Doña Ramona Alicea. Oh, Paula Muñoz, okay. Then we got Juan José Sanchez Cos. This is going to be his baptism. He was baptized in 1799, right? 1799, November of 1799. And you see Juan José Sanchez, because the original name was Sanchez de Cos. And this is a mistake. It says Fuentes here, but oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a mistake. It says Quinten, and that's his middle name, Juan José Quinten. And he is the legitimate son of Juan José Sanchez de Cos. See, even here they have a T, C-O-S-T, but it's usually C-O-S, C-O-S-S, C-O-Z, but this says C-O-C-T, S-T, sorry. José Sánchez de Cos and Dorotea Hernández de la Sierra, right? And that's another compound surname. They're both compound surnames. Compound surnames is a family name that sounds like two last names, but technically that's one last name. So Hernández de la Sierra is one last name. So this, since they're two compound surnames, Juan José will be Juan José Sánchez de Cos y Hernández de la Sierra. I hope that makes sense. So we got this. This is 1793. I believe this is this is a marriage record of Juan José Sánchez de Cos, C-O-Z, and Dorotea Hernandez de la Sierra. They married in the city of Puerto Rico, which is now San Juan. And Juan José Sánchez de Cos, and he is from the mountains of Santander, which is all the way in northern Spain in the Basque region. And he is the legitimate son of José Sánchez de Cos and María Santos González de Prior, or Prion. He's marrying Dorotea Hernández de la Sierra. She is from Puerto Rico, from San Juan, the legitimate daughter of Buenaventura Hernández de la Sierra and María García. And this is the death record of Ventura, her father, Buenaventura Hernández de la Sierra, but it just says Hernández here. And he marries María de Rosario Garcia. But on his death record, it doesn't mention his parents. But he is most likely the son of Juan Hernández de la Sierra. And Buenaventura was born in Cuba because his father was a military official who came from the Canary Islands. But don't have the record, so I'm not going to publish that. But I do believe that he is the son of Juan Hernández de la Sierra based on the names and the place they were born. And that's actually, I could do a whole nother video on that. But I do have his wife's baptism, María de Rosario Garcia, the legitimate daughter of Jacinto Garcia and Inés Rodriguez. And I'm sorry, this is in 1728 in San Juan. And Jacinto Garcia died in, in 1775, before the United States was even a thing. And he dies in Bayamón. And it says right here, Jacinto Garcia. Down here it mentions his wife, Inés del Castillo. It does not mention his parents. But the reason I know that this Jacinto is the father-in-law of Buenaventura Hernández is because he's a witness right here, Ventura Hernández. So this is his father-in-law. And just in case, this is, they actually, the husband and wife, Inés del Castillo and Jacinto, they died in the same month. So Inés del Castillo died in the same year, 1775. Inés del Castillo, and you see Buenaventura Hernández is a witness here, Ventura Hernández, and she is the wife of Jacinto Garcia. Now, the paper trail dies after that, in Puerto Rico at least, but the Puerto Rican Genealogical Society printed probably the best book. This is like the Bible for Canary Islanders that came in Puerto Rico. And if you know, the Canary Islanders was one of the highest immigration groups to come to Puerto Rico. So this book is probably 1,000 pages long. So if you have ancestors who came from the Canary Islands, you should try to get your hands on this book. It's available at the website, the Puerto Rican Genealogical Society. And here we go. Inés Rodriguez del Castillo, born in Afur, which is in the big island of Tenerife, the daughter of Pedro Rodriguez del Castillo and Sebastiana de los Reyes. She married with Jacinto Garcia, and obviously they both came to Puerto Rico, and they married in 1723. They had at least 4 children, including Maria de Rosario, and they died in Bayamón, which we already know. Her husband, Jacinto Garcia Lopez, same town, Afur, in Tenerife, the son of Gonzalo Garcia and Juana de Rojas. And obviously we already know they married in 1723. Their child, Maria de Rosario, who died in 1775 in Bayamón, Puerto Rico. So unfortunately the paper trail ends there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Rest in peace to our guy, José Jiménez. That was a moment of silence. As always, reach out to me at appgen.org or dyron.castro@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, pa'lante.